why we are cursed today. So I'm going to let you know why we are cursed by God. Why you see these curses upon us. Give me Amos 3:1.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Because God cursed us for a specific reason. He just cursed us out of the blue. We did something for him to make, we did something to him that made him mad. Now we're going to get what we did to him to make him curse us.
Bring it up.
Bring it up.
Amos, the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
So like the soldier said, like the soldier read, God brought us into Egypt, he brought us out of Egypt by Moses, right?
Right.
You know?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So God only knew the Israelites, and we are his only family.
Right.
He only knew us, you know?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So it's like if your son is at school, right? And he and his friends get in trouble. You're not gonna punish his friends and your son, you're just gonna punish your son because he is your child. Right. You're responsible for him. So that's just like God doing to us right now.
Right.
He is punishing for our iniquities because we are his family.
Right.
We are his kids.
Right.
Give me that. Give me sin. First one. So now we're gonna get what is iniquity?
Bring it
out. God will punish us for our iniquity. Right. Now what is iniquity is another word for sin. But what does sin mean? We gotta know these things.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
So, okay.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law.
Right.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Start from the top again.
Whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law.
Transgression means goes against, or you breaking a law. So
right.
Sin is when you breaking God's laws. So let's get one law that our people are breaking today.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
right,
and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
So one of the sins that we do, and what sin is when you break God's commandments, is when we smoke weed, we smoke dope, we smoke crack.
Bring it out.
That's one thing we do when we break God's laws, and he curses every day. Why? Because we want to get high. We break God's, read it again.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God.
Our temple, our bodies, is the temples of God. We did not own our bodies.
Right.
Read on.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
The Spirit of God dwelleth with us, right? So give me that.
I'm finished for you.
Okay.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
So if you defile your temple by smoking weed, smoking dope, sleeping with hoes, God's going to destroy you.
Right.
For the temple of God is holy. Which temple are ye?
So our temples is holy. Our bodies are holy. So we can't do anything with our bodies. We have to keep our bodies holy, which means sanctified, separate.
Right.
We can't do what everybody's doing in this world, smoking weed, sleeping around, keeping adultery.
Right.
Doing all kinds of wickedness, getting tattoos, balding our heads, cutting our beards off.
Right.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So you should not hate your neighbor. Read it again.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
You should not hate your brother in your heart by selling drugs to your brothers and sisters.
Right.
You killing your off our neighborhoods. You're putting a bad image on us when we sell drugs to our people.
Right.
You're killing them. You know?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
You should rebuke your neighbor. Tell her, hey, other than selling drugs to them, tell her, hey brother, you should get yourself cleaned up. Right. Check yourself into rehab.
Right.
Because right now, you're building up your nation. That's why the other nations despise us, because they take us as a joke.
Bring it up.
Right.
In the media, you look at us, we always portrayed as, oh, we always smoking drugs. Or we always selling drugs.
Right.
They put us in that bad image, and we portray it because we still carry on. We think it's okay. We are stuck in these curses because of sin. And what it is that we break every day is smoking weed.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter or a witch.
So It says observers of time or enchanters. Enchanter is somebody somebody who puts together spells or put together chemicals. Right? Like dope. You gotta use certain chemicals to put that joint together. Weed is a chemical. They put other stuff on top of that weed to get you high. Remember, THC is not just THC and not weed. It's other stuff that gets you that certain potency of high.
Bring it out.
So give me that. Read that scripture again.
Bring it out. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10. Thou shalt not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination.
Using divination. Divination is going to see the people who do power readings or psychics. You can't. God says you can't be dealing with that. People with familiar spirits. You know?
Or an observer of time.
Observers of time is like zodiac signs, your horoscope. You worry about, oh, what's this say about my birthday? Oh, what good luck do I have to read about my horoscope today? I might find good luck. You know?
Or a wizard or a necromancer.
Alright. So let's drop that. Let's get get up. And now we're gonna get some more laws of what we're supposed to do to keep God's commandments. Remember, the sin is when you break God's commandments. Now, what is God's commandments? You might not even read God's commandments. Now we're going to show you what God's laws is that we cannot break.
Bring it out.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So we can't be eating pork chops. We can't be eating pig feet, pulled pork, none of that. We can't eat pork. Pork is an unclean meat to us. We can't eat baby back ribs, none of that. That is sin. That's breaking God's commandments. That is defiling your temple.
Or their flesh shall ye not eat.
We should not eat the pig's flesh, no pork. We cannot eat pork. Let's get some clean meat that we can't eat.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Because our people love fish fry. We love eating the catfish. Catfish don't have scales. So that's an unclean fish. We're supposed to eat fish with scales on it, like tilapia, salmon, mullet, perch. All those stuff that have the scales and fins, no catfish. Catfish is defiling your body. And no crabs, good point. No crabs, no lobsters, no shrimps. Those are bottom eaters. Catfish is a bottom eater. God don't want us to eat the bottom things, the bottom feeders. Pig is a bottom feeder. They eat the garbage of the earth. We're supposed to eat clean meat, not dirty meat.
Bring it out.
Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of all any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So a crab is abomination. Shrimp is abomination. Catfish is abomination. Lobsters. Pork. All those things is abominations to our bodies. You said you should not eat the unclean meat. Give me the bit. Now we're going to get another law why we can't break God's commandments.
Bring it up.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5.
Bring it out.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So you can't get a Steve Harvey bald head. You can't get a Michael Jordan bald head. We got to have hair upon our head. Now you naturally go bald, it's okay.
Explain to the sister how we know we're the Israelites.
A sister right here want to know how we know we are the Israelites. So right now I'm going to prove to you that we are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Bring it out,
we so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we are the Israelites. That's right. So like I said, we are IUIC here to teach you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we are the Israelites. So the question is, how do we know that we are the Israelites? Deuteronomy 28, verse 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So, they say it shall come to pass. Come to pass is a future prophecy.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Who is speaking right now? Moses is speaking to who? Give me that. Because Moses is speaking to somebody. Right now we are in the wilderness.
Right.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
I said, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. So Moses was speaking to the Israelites in the wilderness at this time. And he said, it should come to pass. Moses was speaking to the Israelites saying, it will come to pass, meaning a future prophecy. You know.
On this side, Jordan, in the
Read up.
Deuteronomy 15. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Read up.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
They said it will come to pass. I mean, it will be a future prophecy if you will not listen, because hearken means to listen. If you will not listen to God's commandments, what you about to say, that what will happen?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses will come upon you and overtake. Sis, what is a curse, if I ask you? Curse is a bad thing. Curse is a bad thing. Okay, you said the curse.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says because we will not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, these curses will follow us wherever we go on this earth. We can move from Florida to Texas. These curses gonna meet us right there in Texas when we come to the airplane.
That's right.
We can go from Texas to Spain. These curses gonna meet us right over there in Spain. We cannot run from God's judgment. We cannot run from God's curses.
Right, that's right.
46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
And these curses will be upon us for a sign. Now what is a sign? A sign is something that identifies something. Like if you want to go to Walmart, how would you know that where you at is Walmart? Because the sign says Walmart.
Right.
So these curses will be upon us, upon the Israelites for a sign, for identification.
Right.
To let us know that we are the Israelites.
That's right. Thou shalt beget, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Now one of the curses, one of the signs to let us know that we are the Israelites is what he just read it right now. Read it again.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
We will have sons and daughters, you know.
But thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Right. Somebody give me that captivity sign right now. So now we're gonna make it plain. Read it again.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters.
We will beget sons and daughters. If you can see over here, it's a family right here finna be sold. Right here.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
We will not enjoy our kids. Like it's a joy to see your kid grow up. It's a joy to see your kid achieve things. Right. We will not see our kids achieve things because we will be in slavery. Right. Under bondage. Right. Read on. And another reason why. Read on.
For they shall go into captivity.
Our kids will go into captivity. Read on. There's no joy in seeing your kid under bondage. See your kids getting whipped. See your kids getting taken away from you. There's no joy in that. You cannot enjoy your kids.
Right. Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
And your kids will be given to another people. So when you was at a pulpit, auction block, and Master was like, okay, 15, 25, 35 sold to Master Charles in Georgia, right? And he would rip your kids out of your arms. You see it called, what's that movie?
12 years
12 years of slavery. When the sister, her child was getting sold, and she was crying, she was crying, she was crying. She could not plead with her master to keep her child. That child was sold already. So that's why we will not enjoy our kids.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Because
we had no military might to save our kids. We can't go to war with the white man to get our kids back. We didn't have no might. We didn't have no financial might. We can't buy back our kids. Right. We didn't have no might to even fight back to get our kids back.
Right.
verse 47. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
The scripture says because we didn't serve God with joyfulness for the abundance that we have. Because at one point in time, we was on top of the earth.
Right.
We was in rulership. But we didn't enjoy those things. We didn't, read it for the top again.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
We didn't serve the Lord thy God with joyfulness. We wasn't grateful.
Right.
We took it for granted.
Right.
We didn't appreciate our kingdom.
Right.
So that's why God said what?
And with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
It says because we didn't serve God with joyfulness, we will serve our enemies. Right. Our enemies are those who took us and bought us and sold us to slavery.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So it's a one, read that part of the Lord should send. It's one key thing that God, the scripture says. The Lord should send this. Oh, the same verse, at the top.
Because thou serve, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord would send these people against us. It was the Lord who did these things. The Lord put slavery on us. Because we keep us laws one, and he cursed us because of that.
Right.
You know?
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So we would serve our enemies for hunger. We don't own no walk, we don't own no supermarkets, we don't own no food, we don't own no land to grow food on. So we gotta serve our enemies for food. We were hungry, we gotta go to Walmart, we gotta go to McDonald's. We don't own those things, you know?
And he shall put a yoke, and he.
Oh, that's the food,
Oh, and in thirst.
And in thirst, we don't own no water reservoirs. We gotta pay a water bill. If we don't pay no water bill, they don't come and cut our water off. We gotta pay for drinking water, you know?
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, we don't own our clothes. We don't own no textiles to make clothes.
Right.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. If you want a driver's license, you gotta go to your enemies. You want something simple like toothpaste, you gotta go to your enemies.
Right.
You want tissue, you gotta go to, for the simplest things, we have to go to our enemies.
Right.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And he will put a yoke of iron. If you look at this sign right here, it's this yoke of iron, he put this upon our neck until we were destroyed.
Right.
Because we used to want to run away from our master to get the freedom.
Right.
But this will break us down. Just like if you put a leash on a dog. You put a leash on that dog until he's broken, till when you take it off, you know he ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
He's gonna sit there and serve you. That's what God done. So give me another curse.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it up.
So this is one more curse right here.
Dead over here.
You know? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Okay, now, we are the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we're going to read this curse. Why we are cursed? Because we broke God's laws. What is breaking God's law? It's called sin. Sin is we break God's laws.
Right.
And when we sin, he will put curses upon us.
Right.
And this is a curse right here to let us know that we are the Israelites. Because these curses will be signed upon the Israelites to let us know that we are the Israelites. Right. This is one identification that we are the Israelites. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Lord, he said the Lord will bring thee into Egypt again.
Right.
What is Egypt? What does Egypt mean? Let's get that.
Bring it out.
Bring it up. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Lord God brought us into Egypt, he brought us out of Egypt, because Egypt was what?
Bondage.
The house of bondage. What is bondage? Bondage is slavery.
Right.
Right.
Go back.
Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The scripture said the Lord will bring us into Egypt. Egypt means slavery, bondage.
Right.
With ships.
Right.
Give me the sign right here, brother. Turn around. Now it's 16:19. Hey sister, you see this right here?
Bring it out.
So, read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It's not talking about Egypt right now in Africa, because Egypt, if you look at the landmass, there's no water where you can be carried to the sea. We walked into Egypt and we walked out of Egypt.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.